Hi, I'm Christy. I'm just going to give you guys a brief overview of Aflac today. I'm going to try and keep this video pretty short, but still get all the main points across to you. This is something a little bit different, doing a video and not really being able to interact with you, but I'm going to do the best I can. So pretty much most people's knowledge of Aflac is just the duck that they've seen on TV with the broken wing, and that's about where their knowledge kind of begins and ends with Aflac. Before I get into kind of the meat and bones of everything, just a few key points about Aflac. Aflac is not major medical. Like, your major medical pays the doctors and the hospitals, and then you're left with whatever out-of-pocket expenses you have, depending on whether that's a high deductible or whether you don't have major medical, whatever the case may be. Aflac is actually designed to pay its policyholders' pockets so they can use that money however they see fit. So if you want to use that money on the out-of-pocket medical expenses, you can. If you would rather pay your car payment, buy groceries, or buy lottery tickets, you can do whatever you want with the money that we pay you. All of our plans are portable, so not that you would ever want to leave your current job, but in case you did, you could actually take your plans with you at the same discounted rate that they're being provided through the business, which is about a 50% discount versus if you just went online to get Aflac. Everything that we have is also rate stable. So unlike your car insurance, when you make a claim and they say, congratulations, here's your new rates, Aflac never does that, regardless of whether you change age brackets, whether you file 87 claims in a year, we never change your rates. So the rate that you sign up for is your rate for life. Everything is also guaranteed renewable. So what that means is there are no physicals or blood work required to get any of our plans. Some of them just have some underwriting questions. And the way I'm going to do this, I'm just going to go over our most popular plan. And then I'm going to just touch on a few other ones because those are ones that we can discuss more in depth later. So our most popular plan is our accident plan. This is the best option that we have for this one. And the way that this works is, this is our brochure. Pretty much this first page just says accidents happen, and when they do, they tend to cost a lot of money. And that's a fact. I want you to think about the last time that you had to go to urgent care or the emergency room and how much fun it was. And then how much fun it was to get the bill. So the way that this plan works is just for seeking treatment at a medical facility like an urgent care, we pay you $120. You're probably not going to be able to read that. Just for seeking medical treatment, $120 at an urgent care. It is more if you go to an emergency room, because we know that emergency rooms cost more than urgent care. It's also more if you have to have an x-ray. There's also follow-up benefits on here because a lot of times after an accident, there are follow-up visits with stitches in, stitches out, cast on, cast off, things like that. So we pay $40 up to 6 times per covered accident. So what that means is if you break your wrist one time, we pay for those follow-up visits. And then if the next accident is you break your leg, those reset because that's a different covered accident. The best way to describe how all of these plans work is what's called our appliances benefit. So there's a little box on here. I don't know if you can see it, but basically it says crutches, knee scooter, things like that. If the doctor says you need crutches, we're going to send you $120. And that's whether you have to buy the crutches, whether you rent them, whether you borrow them, or you make your own. We're going to send you that exact dollar amount. So that's the way that all of our plans work. The dollar amounts that you see in the brochures are the exact dollar amounts that we pay out. We don't have a department that goes in to adjust or deny claims. We simply have claims processors. And another really cool thing about Aflac that we're doing now is one-day pay, which you may have seen the commercials for. And the way that that works is you can actually make a claim using your smartphone, and you can take pictures of the paperwork right there on your phone and upload them. And if you file your claim by 2 p.m., we will actually direct deposit that money into your bank account the very next day. And with a lot of people these days doing kind of that how much you make, how much you spend dance, that's really important to have that money coming in when you need it most, really. Some other key features of our accident plan is that it does have an accidental death life insurance piece built into it. So $50,000 for an accidental death. It's $200,000 for a common carrier accident, which no one ever knows what that is. That's planes, trains, boats, buses, anything you buy a ticket for. And there is a lesser payout for hazardous activities, but we do still pay. That's things like bungee jumping, skydiving, swimming with sharks on purpose, things of that nature. There is also a really cool transportation benefit. So the way that that works is if you are over 50 miles from home and you were to get injured and you can't be transported back to your family, we will actually pay $700 per round trip to get your family to you and $150 a night for up to 30 nights to put them in a hotel to stay near you. So basically this accident plan covers pretty much anything from a paper cut to a body cast. Anything from a cut as small as not needing stitches at $40 up to something as serious as, God forbid, coma or paralysis at $12,500. So like I said, this is our most popular plan, and that's how that one works. And I'm just going to briefly touch on the other plans. I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty of those because, like I said, that's something that we can go over when we sit down. The way that Aflac actually got started was on our cancer plan. There were 3 brothers, the Amos brothers, in the 50s that came from a single stream of income family. Their mom didn't work. Their dad got cancer. And so the money stopped coming in, but the bills kept piling up. And they thought, wouldn't it be cool if there was an insurance company that would actually pay us so that we could still have money for groceries and the electric bill and the car note and things like that. So a couple key features of the cancer plan. There is an initial diagnosis benefit of $4,000. That amount increases by $500 every year you have your plan and don't use it. All of the benefits that we pay out on the cancer plan have no lifetime max. So as long as you are seeking that treatment, we will continue those payouts until you beat it. Even if the cancer ends up coming back, we will actually start paying those benefits again. Also on the cancer plan and also the accident plan, there's a wellness benefit. So we actually pay you once a year for going to go get, on the cancer plan, it's like a well woman exam or some sort of cancer screening. On the accident plan, it's $60 once a year just for going to go get an eye exam or a regular doctor checkup. The cancer plan also does have a transportation benefit as well if you have to travel over 50 miles to seek treatment. So that's something that we can talk about more in depth at a later time. Our hospital plan, this one's also really popular. It's called Choice. And the reason it's called Choice is because you have an initial confinement benefit and you can choose what that benefit is. $500, $1,000, $1,500, or $2,000 for being confined to the hospital for over 23 hours. There is also a short stay benefit, so if you get admitted and it's less than 24 hours, we do still pay out on that. This hospital plan is what's going to pay for regular doctor checkups, surgeries, lab tests, x-rays, blood work, ambulance transportation, having to use a helicopter, things like that. So again, that's just a brief overview of that one. And then we also have what's called a lump sum plan. And I like this one a lot because like I said, it does pay out a lump sum upon diagnosis of heart attack, stroke, coma, paralysis, kidney failure, or major organ transplant. Because all those things are scary. So that's this one at a 50,000 foot view. And then the last one that I'm just going to touch on, we do offer short-term disability insurance. Basically, your paycheck insurance. Anytime that you get sick or you get hurt and the doctor says you have to miss work, this is what's going to cover your paycheck, up to 2/3 of your paycheck while you're out. It can kick in as quickly as immediately for an injury or 7 days for an illness. And that one is based on how much income you make and also how long you want the coverage for. It can be for 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. We typically don't recommend anything over 6 months, because once you're on disability for 6 months, you can apply for Social Security disability. Okay, so that is everything that I wanted to talk about in the most brief manner that I could do that. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and hopefully I will be seeing you soon so we can actually talk about these things in person and I'm not just talking into my phone. Thanks, have a good one.